Welcome back to a brand new episode of Noob Repair. Yes, Noob Repair is back. And, well, we've got some stuff to talk about. I wanted to kind of start this off by sharing my journey with my Sharp Twin Famicom. Years and years ago, I bought a Sharp Twin Famicom, which is a lovely little system that you're going to see a picture of right here. And I was told in advance that the Famicom disk system portion did not work, that it may just be a rubber band that needed to be changed. Cool. But cartridges worked flawlessly. So, for years and years I used it without any problems with the cartridges, and I kind of fiddled with it here and there. This is not a video, for the record, telling you how to fix Sharp Twin Famicoms. This is just my story leading up to today's topic. So, I was playing some games on the Famicom, Sharp Twin Famicom, and I said to myself, you know what? I want to fix this Sharp Twin Famicom. I want to try to fix it on my own. Maybe I'll do a special Noob Repair video or whatever. So I went and bought the bands, the proper bands that you need to replace the inside rubber bands. You have to clean everything off, use isopropyl alcohol, clean all the gears off and everything that the stuff was like stuck onto. The rubber band on the inside gets like melted to the gear, so you have to like clean it really well. And the Sharp Twin Famicom is like very finicky. Like you've got to there's another like bolt bulb thing on the inside that you've got to stick a very specific security bit screwdriver into, a very specific one. And unfortunately I messed it up so bad that not only did the disk drive stop working, but for whatever reason the cartridges stopped working, which may or may not be my fault. You'll find out as we go along on this journey. So I got so fed up with it, I couldn't find anybody locally to fix it for me, so I said, screw it, I'm just gonna buy another one. So I went online, found a pretty reputable seller on eBay, and bought it. So I got a replacement, it's the exact same color, exact same model. Disk system works flawlessly, perfect, great, awesome, cool. I go to pop in the CARTS, nope. The CARTS wouldn't work. I was getting gray screens, pink screens, yellow screens, all sorts of screens, garbled visuals, the whole 9 yards. So I'm thinking personally, you got this. Go ahead and clean your CARTS, Mike. Use those Q-tips and your rubbing alcohol, your isopropyl alcohol, which personally I always use isopropyl alcohol, and I use the highest amount that you can get. I think it's like 99% or 90%. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I keep a little jar of it in a little squirt bottle that I use with a little travel container of Q-tips. And that is the way that I've been doing it for years and years and years. I switched over from Windex back in probably about 2009, 2010, when I found out that the ammonia in Windex potentially could cause problems, that people have reported that there can be issues. Now, I've read online that that's not the case, that there's an opposite group of people that say no, that's not the case. So either way, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and clean the crap out of these carts with the Q-tips, and I went through probably about, I'd say 25 to 30 Q-tips, cleaning every single Famicom cart that I owned, okay? And I would say about 10 of them didn't work at all. At all. Couldn't get them to work. So I decided to go online, kind of vent my frustrations on Twitter, and I think it was Scott McElhone who told me, hey, you should check out 1UP cards. They're for sale. You can get them pretty much anywhere. I bought mine off castlemaniagames.com. I want to just preface this video and say that they are not paying me they're not giving me anything or paying me anything. I paid for these with my own money. So this is not a sponsored video whatsoever from 1UP Cards or Castlemania Games or Amazon or anybody, but you can get them all on those websites. Actually, 1UP's here's the cards, by the way, I'll show them to you in a sec, but 1upcard.com is where you can get these. There's two different sizes currently. There's the standard size, which goes for NES, Super NES. You can use them on Famicom and Genesis. Then there's the smaller kind, which I also bought, and those are for Game Gear, Game Boy, you know, etc. The smaller type stuff. And what these are is they're double-sided. So one side is fluid, and that's where you put the isopropyl alcohol, and the other side is dry, which is what you would use to dry scrub it. So you put the fluid on one side. You can tell by this one, if you compare the two, this one's a new one, this one's a used one. So I used probably about, I want to say 14 to 15 carts that I cleaned on this thing, and it's still in pretty good shape. So I am concerned about little particles coming off of this, as you can tell, but that's the dry side. Here is the dry side for an unused one, just so you can see the difference. So this is about 15 cards worth. These sell pretty cheap. These are, I think, like 10 bucks a pop that you can buy them for, but you get a pack of 3 in each set that you buy. So, you know, pretty good deal. You can probably clean, you know, I would say that this one probably isn't gonna be good for too much longer, this used one. I could probably use it for maybe, I don't know, 10 more carts, I would say. Maybe, I don't know. But I'd be curious to hear other people's opinions on these in terms of how long they can go without, you know, having to replace one or having to use a second one, etc. So let me know down in the comments below if you're familiar with these. Anyways, so you put on the fluid, you put the isopropyl alcohol. Again, I would recommend just using regular standard isopropyl alcohol, the highest level you can get. There is a 1-up formula, from what I understand, that you can also buy for additional money. But from what I understand, it's just basically isopropyl alcohol, or like possibly an even higher percentage, like 99% or whatever, 99.5 or whatever it is. It's essentially the same thing, and I was able to get pretty good results. So what I did was I scrubbed the crap out of these. I used the fluid, I dabbed it on here, got it nice and wet, that's what she said. And what you do is you take your cart and you go on the, I don't want to use a dirty one, so I'll use a clean one. Use the fluid section, and you go on the top, you scrub like heck, and then you flip it and you do the bottom, same thing, just scrub, and then you can kind of, and these Famicom carts, it's a little harder because the plastic is a little smaller, but you can kind of wedge it in there and kind of brush it really, really good. You may have to like do the edge, use like just the edge or the tip, just the tip, just use just the tip. And after that, you should be good. Now, I had to scrub some of these carts probably 2 to 3 times, meaning do this process 2 to 3 times. Pop the cart in, turn the system on, okay, hit reset, hit reset, hit reset. Nope, okay, hit power off, pop the cart out, you know, eject it. There's an eject button on the Sharp Twin Famicom. Eject it, take a look inside, you know, see where, if you could see any potential, you know, gook or yucky stuff. That way you know where to rub the 1-up card. And that's it. And I was able to bring back to life all of my carts. Every single one I was able to get to play. I may have had to reset the system maybe 2 or 3 times in order to get it to fully work and stay working, but like night and day difference. So this thing really helped me out, I gotta say. It's a cheap alternative to blowing through tons and tons of Q-tips, you know, 40, 30 Q-tips or whatever, to get worse results. These seem to clean much better than Q-tips. So I would recommend 1-up card for your video game cleaning needs. So again, you can check it out at 1upcard.com for their website, or you can check it out at Castlemania Games, or maybe Retrobit, maybe Stone Age Gamer, I'm not sure. Amazon has them with the liquid that you can buy too, so check it out. I think you'll really dig it if you're looking for a good alternative to clean your carts. And with that said, that's it. That's all I got, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think this is a good alternative to Q-tips? Are you using Q-tips? Are you going to switch to 1-up cards? Let me know down below. As always, thanks for watching Noob Repair. More videos coming soon.